I say, Blue Beetle is a lot more to help the Latino American community with, like, on-screen representation and having a Latino American superhero than the canceled Batgirl movie, which was just a race swap Barbara Gordon, and that's why Blue Beetle, as a lesser known DC IP, was more deserving of a theatrical release than Leslie Grace's Batgirl film.
That no one got to see, right?
Right. I mean, I know that like within Lord Blue Beetle, Aimee Ray is actually the third Blue Beetle, and Jenny Cort's father, Ted Cort, is one of the earlier two Blue Beetle heroes. But Aimee Ray is still his own original character, and not just a race-lifted version of another superhero character who used to be white, like the aforementioned Batgirl movie with that changes Barbara Gordon's race.
Yeah, and isn't she Commissioner Gordon's daughter?
Yeah.
He must have changed him too then,
Maybe.
right? Or she's no longer his daughter.
Yes.
But goddaughter, stepdaughter, or something.
Yeah.
Friend, niece, co-worker, I don't know.
Well, we need to talk louder for the cameras.
Oh,
See?
yeah. Sorry.
Well, Brendan Fraser, I think, was probably going to play the villain in Batgirl, and so it would have been a nice return for the big screen for him. But Brendan Fraser didn't lost that chance with Batgirl, but he was happy to get a second, bigger, and better chance with the more original IP in The Whale.
Yeah, that was an award-winning film, was it not?
Yes, it was.
He's better off. Yeah.
Yeah, so Brendan Fraser should not be too upset about losing out on playing the villain of Batgirl.
Yeah.
Or whatever role it was he had in that film.
Right.
And Hong Chow, the girl who played Pickles of Plenty in season 5 of BoJack Horseman before being recast in season 6, Hong Chow was also in The Whale, and she was in another big 2022 film from the same year, The Menu.
Wow, yay.
And I'm sure you know who else is in The Menu. Aimee Carrero.
Yes, and Anya Taylor-Joy.
And Nicholas Holt, John Leguizamo, Ray Fiennes.
Yes, yeah. I got a lot of great cast.
That's the thing I really like about Aimee Carrero. For people who thought that there was no such thing as a happy girl boss after Rachel Zegler ruined everything about her live-action remake of Snow White, where she was the Latina Snow White, like Leslie Grace being Latina Batgirl, but worse than Leslie Grace. Yeah, some people, like a YouTube channel named Hey Bro, thought there was no such thing as a happy girl boss. They're always that angry or condescending or mean, and I don't blame them for thinking that. I've seen it all. Tatiana Maslany's She-Hulk, Morphin Clark's Galadriel from The Rings of Power, and Mindy Kaling's Velma Dinkley. Those are all some of those mean girl bosses that we know from in just the past year or two alone before we got that insufferable Rachel Z-lister and her canceled remake of Snow White and the 7 dwarves that aren't really dwarves. It's only 1 dwarf and 6 regular-sized people.
Wait. Mean bosses can be male or female. Why is it mean guy boss thing? It should be.
It is, but people don't like girl bosses who are just people like Jenna Ortega who appreciate good writing don't like girl bosses who are written in a very bad, mean-spirited, ham-fisted way. Where they're two-dimensional and they're just
Sounds like male writers doing that. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, who's to say that female writers can't make the same mistakes?
We can, but it sounds a little misogynistic.
She-Hulk has male and female writers in it.
Yeah, well, it's a shame. Women deserve better writing.
Yeah, I know they do. Well, you're right about the Rings of Power. That has, that was made by two incompetent male writers whose only previous experience writing was Star Trek Beyond. Velma, I think most of Velma's writers might be female. But the point is people don't like two girl boss characters who fail at being a symbol of female empowerment because they're either not interesting to watch or they're bland characters who aren't but tolerable characters who are not interesting to watch, or they're mean and insufferable characters who just don't know how to feel love and try so hard to prove their independence that they like to avoid getting help from men and even other women at all costs.
You don't think his writers undercutting the message because their heart really isn't in it?
I do think it's that.
It's a shame.
I also think it's that.
The actors deserve better. They're better writing.
Indeed they do.
And the audience too.
That's why Jenna Ortega gave herself better rewriting in Wednesday. Aimee Carrero showed us all how adept she was at playing the happy girl boss that he didn't know it could exist when she played the lead characters of Elena of Avalor and Netflix's reboot of She-Ra.
There, she can do it then. Go, Aimee Carrero. Aimee Carrero.
Who plays Elena from Elena of Avalor, and Janet Ortega, who plays her younger sister Isabel.
Hey.
When Netflix gave them a reboot of an established IP where they got to play a lead character, they both cared a lot about making sure that their new version stays true to the older versions and what we know and like about the earlier incarnations of She-Ra and Wednesday Addams, while still bringing a new flavor to their new version of the IP. Even though we haven't heard anything about Aimee Carrero rewriting things for a She-Ra character like Jenna Ortega did for Wednesday Addams, I'm still very positive that Aimee Carrero cared about staying true to her new version of She-Ra. Aimee Carrero cared just as much about preserving what we know and like about the source material for She-Ra, as much as Jenna Ortega cared about preserving the source material that we know and like for Wednesday Addams and the rest of the Addams family.
Yeah, right, as far as we know. Yeah. Go Aimee. Go Jenna.
Are you happy that they both became surprisingly big stars after Elena of Avalor?
Yes.
I am too. I mean, and sadly that sadly might also be why. I mean, I know they're both open to further I'm sure they're both open to further animated television roles, but I know they're not going to be available for new animated TV parts all the time during this transformative period of their acting career. That's why you don't see Aimee Carrero's name or hear her voicing Christine Sanchez and Haley Zanet. Amanda Layton plays Christine Sanchez, but I really think that if Haley Zanet makes it to season 2, they should ask Amanda Layton if she wants to step down from playing Christine Sanchez for obvious reasons and
she wants to.
get Aimee Carrero to play Christine if she becomes available for that part.
No, can't fire her. Only she wants to step down.
Well, Kristen Bell wanted to step down from playing Lights Woman in Central Park after season 1 was over.
Yeah, so you have to wait and see if Amanda Layton feels that way, right?
Right.
We haven't seen Snow White. We don't know what it's like.
And we might never see it if it gets canceled again, like Warner Brothers just did to Batgirl and the CW's live-action Powerpuff series.
You think Rachel Zegler wants it to be canceled?
No.
No.
Rachel Zegler and Yana Peral are both terrible people who only got famous through the music and songs they make on their YouTube channels. Rachel Zegler just had much better luck than Yana Peral because her reboot of West Side Story took off, and Yana Peral playing Buttercup in the Powerpuff series didn't take off.
Right, but we don't really know what Rachel Ziegler's like as a person, right? We don't know her in real life. We're just going by her interviews, right?
Right. And Rachel and Yana's insulting Twitter messages.
Oh no, Twitter, okay.
But yeah, to make a long story short, since Elena and Princess Adora were created with being a warrior princess leader, being more infused in their identity, and they are able to balance their work and leadership with finding other people to love without actually needing another man or woman to love them. That is what makes Elena and Princess Adora much better lead characters than Mindy Kaling's Velma Dinkley and Rachel Zegler's new Snow White, and why Aimee Carrero does an excellent job at playing not one, but now two happy girl boss characters that Rachel Zegler could only be in her dreams, if she's even that good at pretending to play a happy girl boss or be a happy girl boss herself.
She's good in West Side Story.
She might put on a better performance than we expect her to have in Hunger Games prequel of The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
You should know better! You were in love!
Yeah, remember the on-screen, it's going to be different from their real life behind the scenes character because it's playing a part.
Exactly. That's why Finding Nemo and Finding Dory have a lot of fans who also hate Ellen DeGeneres in real life and her lazy little Ellen series.
Yeah, I don't want to judge Snow White by what one actor from it said in some interview. You know, that's her, not the film. You know, not even the character.
Well,
Yeah,
you still agree with me that Aimee Carrero is good at being a happy girl boss?
Yeah.
I do too. Not just in the lead roles that she plays in Elena Vavilor and her Reeve of Shira, but also in real life. She got her big roles in The Menu and The Consultant by doing something that Judy Greer should have done a long time ago, demanding more from her agents and managers to give her bigger and better parts that are the lead role or much closer to having a lead role. Because she got a really great role, really great deal with playing Patty in the Amazon series The Consultant.
Yeah, good.
I hope Aimee Carrero does well in her movie Code 3.
Me too.
Which by a funny coincidence, was in production and then halted production at the same time as Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool 3.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, and
Where are we going with this?
well, I just think it's kind of nice that Will Howery, he was Ryan Reynolds co-star in Free Guy, Aimee Carrero was Ryan Reynolds co-star in Spirited, and now they have a movie together in Code 3.
Yay!
We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, Spirited. Yeah,
Aimee Carrero is the new paramedic who's being trained by Rainn Wilson and Lil Rel Howery's characters who are burnt out, and they need Aimee Carrero to take over their job.
Okay.
And yeah, I'd really love to check out Aimee Carrero's roles in The Menu and The Consultant and Code 3. Hopefully they're a bigger step up from the role she used to have in Young and Hungry
Let's watch that.
as the roommate of Emily Osment, who did sometimes have prominent roles in some of the episodes.
Let's
but
watch
we
them.
rarely
Let's watch
but
them.
we rarely see where Sofia Rodriguez works. But I really like her as a character.
Let's watch them so we can talk
Okay.
about them knowledgeably.
Yeah, and The Menu.
Yes, watch it so we can talk about knowledgeably. Yes.
Well, that's our video. We really hope you like and support Aimee Carrero and want her to get movie parts as big as Janet Ortega has already had in 2021 and 2022.
Like and subscribe. Go Jana. Go Amy.
Thank you for watching.